This is going to be, again, completely different, completely improvised, so I'm going to need another suggestion. This time, how about I get a suggestion of, a lot of Tennessee Williams plays have people with bad habits in them. So what's an example of a bad habit?
Looking at the moon!
Is there a werewolf here? I think I... Alright, we'll take it. The suggestion is, looking at the moon!
Mama, can I take a look?
Just 1 second, sweetie. Let me get it focused.
It's so big and bright tonight. I can't wait to see it up close.
All right. Come here.
Holy cow! Why'd it got those holes in there?
Well, sweetie, that's because the moon's real far out in space, see? And there's lots of other things in space what come banging into it, leave them craters on it. See that real big one?
Yeah?
That's the Sea of Tranquilities.
Daddy, you want to take a look?
Do I want to take a look?
Come on. Come on, Charles, look at the moon with your wife and your daughter.
I can see it fine from here.
Your
That big
father.
white thing up in the sky, see?
Yes, Charles, that is the moon.
Well, the reason I asked you both out here to look at the moon and partake in my bad habit was because...
Oh, sweet, I don't think it's a bad habit.
I do.
Well, I've been talking to your father and I've been telling him how proud I am of you taking an interest in these sciences of yours.
Thank you, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I just think this betrothal is a bit hasty. I have a whole lot of life ahead of me. There's no reason
Oh, Mary Sue Ellen! I mean, looking at the moon is one thing, but not getting married?
He has a peg leg.
He comes from fine people and the other leg's just as good.
I know we are the Astapors of Bushy Bower. We're the oldest names in the county, but that does not mean I have to act like I'm in medieval times and get married to a boy that I don't even like.
There's nothing medieval about doing the right thing.
Come on, Daddy, say something. Help me here.
You
Yes,
will get married.
Thank you, Charles. Listen to your father.
That man has a war wound. You will honor it.
That's right. We respect our veterans here in Bushabriar.
Margarita says that in France, none of the girls get married before they're at least 18.
You hate the French.
I'm not sure I approve of you talking to her. I mean, it was all right when you were just welcoming her to town, but she's been here a full year and she still can't talk like decent Americans.
She's cultured.
Wrong sort of culture, if you ask me.
Really? Wrong sort of culture. The culture you prefer is just marrying off your daughter to the first guy that comes along that happens to have a war wound.
He's not the first guy. We had a list, didn't we, Charles?
I'm so glad that so much planning went into this without my knowledge.
We, in fact, made the list around the time you were 2. When we knew who else was being born into the county, and we crossed off little James, because, well, he died in the war. We crossed off Roger, because he's no good. And, well, Charles actually wanted to ask Henry first, but
he's a monk.
I told him that we had to respect Henry's choices, and, well, old Charles got talked around, didn't you, dear?
He was a good kid.
I know, and it is a shame. Still, Joseph is all right, peg leg and all. You'll be very happy together, and you know what? You can take the telescope with you. How about that?
That's some paltry consolation.
Henry? Yeah, well, Joseph, the way you're walking, I can barely even tell. You got decapitated from the knee down.
I've been practicing real hard.
Yeah, it's a good hobby.
Thanks.
Hobbling.
No, you are still the wittiest monk I ever did know.
Well, You don't know many monks.
It is true.
I'm sorry, my attention's diverted elsewhere.
I was gonna say, I'm more than just the leg, Henry.
Yes. Well, you are the leg.
Henry, we've known each other since, well, we was little, and my eyes are up here. Come on.
Yes.
We've known each other since we was little, and I need your help with something, okay?
Yes. Yes. Anything for you.
Don't get me.
Sorry. I forgot.
Henry, I wobble and I hobble, and it's not, don't, okay?
Yes.
So, it turns out that, well, I don't know if you've known this, because I don't know if it's been spread around town yet, and, well, you're awful secluded where you live in the church.
Yeah.
But,
We prefer a monastery.
well, that just goes to show you that I don't know what I'm talking about no more.
Spit it out.
I'm sorry, I'm awful nervous because I'm betrothed.
And beheaded.
No,
You're betrothed and beheaded.
no, Henry, I still got my head.
No, I mean from the knee down.
Amputated, Henry. Henry, this is
Amputated?
No, just amputated and betrothed.
Okay.
I'm amputated and betrothed and hobbling. It's different.
All right. Is it that Mary Sue Ellen girl?
Yeah, so you have heard. So the news
Well, yeah, I mean, I saw you guys. You guys was, off cavorting in that field behind the monastery. And, well, I saw, but I don't know if God saw. Yes.
So, my point is that, well, I'm awful nervous because, well, her folks talked to my folks and they set the whole thing up. And I mean, I like her something fierce. I really do.
Yeah.
But
She's a quality girl, that one.
she is. But
Comes from good stock.
well, I don't know about that. But Pa's awful mean. It's awful. He's always sitting there, kind of taking up space and smokes like a chimney and
Yeah.
drinks like a fish. And
Yeah.
he's a lot like my dad, actually.
Yeah, well.
But I'm awful nervous because I'm meeting them tonight, first time, all official.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I don't know how it's gonna.
You don't know how to behave in front of the family.
Exactly, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And I
So you're asking the guy who lives all alone.
You know, the French find war wounds very appealing.
Gosh, you're so much more cultured since you came back from that study abroad program.
I shacked up with the beheaded man there. Let me tell you, that guillotine will do you something fierce.
Well, I mean, I don't think Joseph is beheaded. He's only.
No, he's beheaded from the knee down. Trust me, Susan, I've seen things.
I just feel like I have more promise in my heart, more ambition in my eyes than there are stars in Orion's belt. And there's.
I need to light another cigarette.
Would you like some bourbon? I stole some from my pa.
I only drink rosé now.
Excuse me.
You know I couldn't get up the drink, girl.
Class.
So, you're not exactly, well, feeling the wood, I guess would be the phrase.
Oh, wow. That is mighty forward language, but no, I'm not feeling that wood. I don't know, I'm just frightened. I mean, we took a walk together out behind the monastery, and we just don't seem to get along. I don't have anything to say to him.
Oh, that's no good. I mean, he's such a bright girl. You're talking about Orion's belts and all sorts of things up in the cosmos. I mean, your dreams are high.
Yeah, but I don't know if his intelligence is.
I mean, I don't know what to do with all that, but I mean, he's awfully brave. He went off to fight in the war.
So did my pa.
Right. Guess war affects everyone a little different.
You know,
Just reaching for the drink.
I think you should tell me something.
Such as.
Don't go. I've seen you up at the monasteries.
You and hopefully not God.
Henry's a fine boy. It's nothing to be ashamed about.
I'm certainly not ashamed, but I mean, you're talking about, just not being quite your cup of tea, but I mean, Henry's a monk.
All spot off. Natalie, tea.
Oh, so thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me over.
Wait, iced or hot?
Ice, please. In this heat way.
Some women can be so strange with their taste. Now, about that marriage between my son and your daughter.
Absolutely. The very thing I came to discuss. Would you like some tea?
Offering me tea in my own household, some might call that very emasculating.
Well, sir, I just like to think of it as excessive hospitality. That's the sort of thing we believe in my family.
Well, whatever pleases your fancies and nerves. What I wanted to say was...
So would you like some tea?
Yes, I'm saying you're welcome to fetch me
Wonderful.
some tea. I will stomach my pride for now. Now, what say we move forward that went into a week from Thursday?
What's all the hurry, George? Your dress won't be ready for months.
Now, I appreciate your attempting to pretend you don't know, but I sure as hell know this whole town is aware that my mill ain't what it used to be. With all these machines, it's hard for us to keep up.
Are you saying your fortune's liable to collapse?
I just want to be sure that my family has the ties that we need to have to get us through these tough economic times.
I see.
I hate to be so forward. I know that this is so...
Well, we couldn't possibly reschedule the wedding on such short notice. In fact, if we're looking at rescheduling, we might have to push it back a bit. Yes, I think, well, June is so trite. Why not make it a fall wedding is what I'm saying, right?
Natalie, what do you want?
I'd like to hear more about how your business is doing. George.
Why, that seems just cruel.
Oh, please, George. We grew up together here in Bushy Briar. You can tell me.
You know our workers can't move as fast as the gears and cogs and... Well,
And is there a reason you can't buy some gears and cogs?
it's against what my father stood for, and it's against what his father stood for, and why... Those gears and cogs have put my brother out of a job. They've put my first son out of a job, and before you know it, they're gonna be putting my...
They're going to be putting your son out of a job.
No, he's a smart boy.
He's a smart boy who's missing half a leg.
That is a war wound. How dare you talk about his service to our country?
Trust me, I understand, and I respect him for it, but the economy don't.
Sir?
Oh, wow, that's some grip.
Pull up a chair.
All right.
Oh, this is going to be difficult.
Please. Stay back there. Now, seat yourself. Now, I have a couple of questions before you marry my daughter. I've heard say that your fortune is about to collapse.
Yeah.
Charles, I think we better revisit the list.
What do we got?
Well, there's not as many young men in Bushy Briar as there used to be. You know,
I think we should revisit the monk.
Henry, you don't think? I don't know. I did think that we ought to respect his wanting to be a monk and...
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I know. I am aware, but if you would like to enumerate, please. I'll be my guest.
Well, Father, I disrespected my ma and pa the other day.
All right, let's skip the good part.
And I just wouldn't feel right tempting a sacred man of God like that. Forsake his house, just so our Mary Sue Ellen can have a husband with both legs.
In case you weren't aware, we're calling off the marriage.
Well, reevaluating at the least.
So I go from a peg leg to a monk?
Well, he wouldn't be a monk after he married you, dear.
How about the cadaver next?
I don't know if that'd be right. I mean, James is a lovely boy, but I don't think he'd have his strength anymore. We've been 6 feet under these past 10 years.
I can't stand y'all. I'm gonna go tend to the azaleas.
I don't know where she gets it from.
You. I love it about you so much.
Oh, Charles.
This is a problem, and it's going to be solved.
That's right.
Got any solutions?
Well, there's Joseph, who's lost half his leg already and he'll be losing all his money in no time. There's Henry, who's a monk. And then, well, there is George. He's a bit old, but his wife's been dead for years, so it's not like it would make any difference.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I know.
I'm aware that the whole town knows that I've sold my mill for one of those machine parts, but just please let me get this confession out.
Yep, feel free. Can you get to the lusting quickly?
I really wanted to talk about the shame I was doing to my ancestors, but okay.
Shame isn't a sin.
Okay, the 3 hookers and a couple visits to the strip club. Now, I know that my father and his father are up in heaven.
Yes, well.
Sir, Father, I don't, okay, can you just give me the Hail Mary count, reparation, any?
Yep. Let's go with 3.
The same as the stars in Orion's.
Forgive me, Father, for I'm about to sin.
Well, all right, this is a new one. Lay it on me.
I would like for you to marry my daughter. Now, let me finish. And do it promptly.
Right. Well, all right. I'm gonna confess something, if that's all right.
You want to switch positions?
Yeah, I think we're best.
The church is too poor. Make confession.
Well, you are a father.
I love how your confession booth is a veranda.
I saw it as only fitting. Well, you are a father, so this circumstances, I guess I'll begin this. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. There's that girl, Eleanor.
Yeah, yada yada, get on
And
it.
I have been seeing her biblically. So I don't know about your daughter, but yeah.
Just what do you think you're doing?
It's not my fault. It's my parents. They want to marry me off, and I'm
Absolutely. Certainly it's not your fault coming in on me and encroaching on my man after I tell you darn near everything about it.
Oh, really? You think I find that bald spot so attractive that I can't keep my hands off your monk?
Oh, so now my man is attractive.
Well, I mean,
Henry is very handsome.
how can you tell under all those baggy clothes? You can't see his figure.
Well, why are you trying to marry him if you don't think he's handsome?
I'm not trying to marry him.
Then what are you trying to do?
Here, peace be with you and look up at the moon. Come on. You always have to stay in mind. Come on. I'm not trying to marry him.
Wow, it look. Oh. What are all those ridges?
It's called the Sea of Tranquilities.
Well, Lord knows there's none down here.
Now listen, my dear friend, I'm not trying to marry him. Everything's gonna be fine.
Are you trying to get married at all? It didn't sound like it, so I don't know why your parents are trying to push you into it.
I don't know. They just want to marry me off so they don't have to worry about me anymore, I suppose.
Why would they worry about you? Sue Ellen, you're a bright young girl. You're gonna do something good. I mean, anything more than I could hope for.
Mary Sue Ellen,
Yes.
I think you better sit down. Your father and I, we've got some bad news. We've got some bad news for you. Charles!
Yeah?
Charles, I'm gonna tell her. I'd like you to be here when I tell her the news.
1 minute. Here's my glass.
Come on, just tell me already, Mom.
No, it's fine. Here, he's right here. Okay.
Where's my check?
I'm so sorry. Let me get it for you.
I asked for much.
And, here's another drink.
Thank you, Dawn.
Mary Sue Ellen,
Yes.
your father and I, well, we've gone through our list,
Extensively.
and we've had to cross off every name. There ain't one man in Bushy Briar fit to be your husband.
I'm so sad about
So we made up a new list. So we made up a new list, taking into account the whole of Orange Blossom County. Are you ready?
Read them off.
All right, there's Frederick.
the arsonist.
It was one time, and only heavily suspected that he set the fire.
Just look at it, Joe. Frederick must be at it again.
So we are well off now. We could go on with the original plan. However, if I knew my free tag, I would suggest that we would have 2 weddings now and us all here getting drunk. However, the moment that one of those weddings is performed, we will no longer have a father to perform the weddings.
Well, we better perform them in the correct order.
That would be a solution.
Well, yes.
Go. Yeah, do
Me?
that. Yeah, and then
It's my turn. Well,
Move to the left.
you heard him. Well,
Charles, it reminds me of our wedding day.
alright. So,
Except you had both your legs, and I hadn't hardly seen you before.
do you?
take a sip.
Oh, well, alright. If you gotten this far, just say I do.
Okay, yeah.
That's good enough.
I take this fine leg, lad.
Well, I'll make you do this. You do this part. You got it better than I do.
I do?
Well, alright, you're married. Next, wait, hold up. It's chill it. Alright, it's our turn.
Oh, I guess.
I need to see this.
That's right, let's go home.
Uh,
I'm interested. What?